So this video is going to be pretty interesting in the fact that it's going to be pretty long in comparison to editing everything out, because I'm not really going to do any edits unless I have to take a quick break. That is going to be the only thing, but our goal here is to get this computer situated a little differently. And I'm going to explain what's going on with this, why you didn't see a previous video with the build. You did see the case, but you didn't see the build. And I'm going to explain everything, so stay right there. So what's going on here is we have this case, which I did the review on. Great case. It's awesome. And I went ahead and I built this whole system. It's up, it's running, it works perfectly fine. However, this is a system that I wanted to build, and I was waiting for specific parts. A while back, I purchased a motherboard. This is the Z690. It's the MSI Mag Ace or something like that. It's the Ace one. It was one of the highest end motherboards you can get from MSI, other than maybe one or two above it. But it had a gold theme to it. It's got a little bit of gold on the back. It's got some gold emblems on it, and I even waited for the gold G-Skill RAM, and it looks nice. However, this Be Quiet air cooler that is really blocking that RAM, and it just doesn't look good. So you can't even hardly see the RAM. You know, it's blocking the whole thing. But I thought a Be Quiet case, a Be Quiet air cooler, I don't have to deal with RGB or extra cabling, would be pretty nice. It functions perfectly fine, but it just doesn't look that good. So what we got here is the brand new Silent Loop 3 by Be Quiet. Now this does have a little bit of RGB on the front pump, but that's it. The fans are not RGB, so it should be pretty straightforward. And I want to get this done so I can get this off of the table, because it's been in actually a couple of videos. So let's get this off. Let's get this out, check out what we got. You know that this thing is refillable, if you will. So if you get a little low on fluid on this, you can even potentially just change it out, or just add a little bit of fluid, extra fluid. Now the pump may die before, you know, your fluid evaporates, but hey, I wanted this one, so this is what we got. This is a 420 millimeter, which is going to go up top here. It can also support a 420 down the side there, or in the front, I should say. So anyway, let's get going on this, because I do want to make it as short as possible, but it is going to be a lot lengthier than it really could be. This could probably get done in 10-15 minutes with all the chopping and editing, but we're going to leave this straight through. Whether it takes half hour, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever it takes to get this installed, get it operating, make sure everything works properly, and then we're done. I'm not going to play around with the RGB because I really don't care. Whatever color is on it is the color it's going to stay. So that's it. All right, so like I said, not really any editing going to go on here. This is brand new. I don't even know if I'm going to have everything in front of me. I may have to walk over there and get something, but I'm going to try to leave it all raw and unedited. Like I said, if I need to take a break or something, I need a drink, then I'm going to basically just edit that out. But let's see what we get in the box here. Let's see here. Obviously we get our pump, we get our fans. So let's take out the pump and the radiator. We get 3 fans. We do get instruction booklet. We get our hardware, and look at this. We get fluid, Be Quiet fluid. Now a little bit did leak in the bag. That's just, that's pretty normal when you're going through different temperatures and it's on a truck and moving around. I think that's pretty normal. But we can get rid of this. Get rid of all the plastic on everything. These are 140 millimeter fans, by the way. So this is going to be the biggest AI cooler I've ever worked with. Not that it's going to make that big of a difference, but Here's our hardware. Here is the pump. Like I said, this is gonna be pretty raw, and I'm gonna keep saying it, but yeah, it's facing the right way. We got a little peel here. Let's take that off. And it's just 2 cables. We got one to hook up to your, let's see, yep, one to hook up to the AIO pump header, and then we do have an RGB. So if you don't even hook up the RGB, I don't even think this is gonna light up. Well, it's not. There's no other way for it to light up. So yeah, we can leave it off if we want. There it is in its glory. So we just need to figure out our orientation. But I do have to take the other one off. So I think we're gonna go like this. But I do, like I said, I have to take this thing off. So let's get this thing off. And this is just magnetic right here. This comes off pretty easy. I really wish I was gonna show this whole video, but it's pointless because of what happened. And I didn't like this. That's the beauty of editing. Take this fan off. And this one should, oh, that's right, it's connected in a series with the other fan, so they both are connected at the same time. That comes off. And now I can go ahead and get my screwdriver and get this disconnected. Now this is the one that it actually came with. So we're just going to use this. I should lay this down. I probably should lay it down. Just so we don't drop it all and then scratch something else within the case. And there may be some dead quiet spots within this because I'm kind of concentrating. I've never not edited a video, you know, without taking out a lot of stuff. So it's just, feel free to skip along. I mean, obviously, whether or not, my opinion, you're going to skip through it anyway. And there we go. There's our thermal compound still on there. We will have to wipe it off of that. I'll take care of this later off camera. I'm not worried about this right now. Just gonna kind of put everything over here. And later on, I'll take care of that. All right, so I need to grab a couple of paper towels here. And we're gonna clean up this old thermal paste. I'll just use the same thermal paste, so I'm not worried about, oh no, that's right. This might come pre-applied. It does not. So I do need to add my own. I don't know if it came with any. If it did, we'll just use that. And I do need to take some brackets actually off of this because they go to that other cooler. Then I need to take the back plate off of this, unfortunately. Which means I need to stand it back up, and I already put the panel back on the rear. So, just so many things I have to do now. Now I'm just taking the thumb nuts off of the backing plate that holds the backing plate to the motherboard. And honestly, I might take the CPU right out because it's got thermal paste on the edges and I can't really wipe it down with the clamping mechanism still locked on there. So we'll do that quickly. Oh, when I say quickly, it's however quick I can do it. I'm gonna get this all over me. I know it. So there we go. I will put the parts list to this. I can't remember everything off the top of my head. I think this is a 12. It's either a 12600 or a 13600K. This is a 13600K that's in here. I know it's underkill for the motherboard that's actually in here. I will put, like I said, the parts list down below, and you can go ahead and check that out. I'll just keep using extra paper towels and whatnot because I don't want to get it all over my hands if I can help it. I know this is just a boring part, and this is the type of stuff that I would cut out. I have no need to even get up close and personal with how to clean a CPU off. I mean, I might show it, you know, briefly, but I would show it up close quick and then be done with it. All right, so that's pretty good. I'm not... Apologize for being quiet. I have never gone live, so sometimes I just don't know what to talk about in the moment. But like I said, just skip through it. I just don't feel like editing this video, and that's why. So we're pretty clean there. I will clean it with a little bit of alcohol, maybe. Yeah, let's get this set back in there. There's another spot on the clamp here with the latch that I've got to get off. All right, that looks pretty good. Throw these out before it gets everywhere, and it kind of did on one of my fingers a little bit. All right, so that back plate's got to come out, so we got to stand this back up. You really need to check out the review though on this case. This case is awesome. It has got all the bells and whistles. Everything a little boy can dream of. Now I have to take the motherboard partially out or all the way out because the backing plate, the backing plate won't come out. How stupid are they when they design these? But I do get it. This is, well, no, I don't get it. Why would you design that? Because I was thinking, because this is a EATX motherboard, but it's only extended, as far as I know, it's only extended on the far side. It's not extended where everything is pushed over. It's just the entire right side has more length in. So I don't know why they designed this to where, yeah, I can't get that out. Unreal. Unreal. Now I gotta take the graphics card out. Well, if this didn't start off to be a boring video, I thought it was mainly just gonna be getting this together and installing it, but ay, ay, ay. This is a RTX 3070 Ti, if you're wondering. And okay, so I do need to at least loosen the screws. Well, I'll take them out. It really doesn't matter at this point. But let me, so I don't get these screws confused, take all this stuff and put it over here. All right, that's the graphics card. I'll just put those over there. And now we need to, I at least need to take about 5 or 6 screws out. So maybe I can just pry the motherboard ever so slightly. But I probably have another bracket I got to put in, so we'll see. We'll see. All right, so we got 5 screws out. I think there's one under this cover, but I don't think I can get this out. I'm probably best off just to, yeah, there's no way. I think I'm gonna have to take this board completely out, unfortunately. Now I'm just taking the heat sink off of the upper M.2 because there is a screw behind it. So we have our heat sink for our M.2. There's the screw. Let me use this other one. There's just no way that that's going to flex enough, unfortunately. I've got to take this motherboard completely out. That is really unfortunate. I think I'm going to try to leave everything hooked up and just let it kind of rest. I know it's kind of cringe to do this, but actually maybe I can lay it back down. I'll lay it back down and then I can reach under it. Take the last screw out here. Okay, so I'm gonna try not to scratch this. Let this hang over. Yeah. And why is that not coming up? I don't think I'm missing a screw. Got them all. Should have 9. That's 3, 6, 9. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like there's still a screw in there though. All right, what's going on here? Feels like it's on a pivot point here, but it's not. I know I still get all the cables hooked up, but this is not coming out. What in the world is going on? None of these cables are holding it or preventing it from coming up. Let me take these upper cables off. I'm going to take the the ESP cables for the CPU here out. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Oh, jeez. That's still, I don't know what is going on here. Well, whatever. I got it out. That's all I care about. I don't know why that motherboard's not coming out though. That's peculiar to me. That's a strange, yes. But All right, let's see if we can work on getting the bracket installed here. This is everything it comes with. And let's see if we can figure this out without any instructions. I don't know. We'll see here. Screws, so these are the long ones for the fans, short ones to mount it to the top. And we have stuff that is labeled in here. And we do have a little bit of thermo paste, so we'll probably use that. Intel, AMD. AMD can go back in the box. And here's our back plate. Okay. And these, I don't know what this is or how it gets mounted, but we will figure it out. Might have to look at the instructions, but that's okay. Let's see here. Got all these. What we can do though is get the fans mounted in the position that we are going to want this. So I'm thinking, and I apologize, you're going to see more of the finished product than you are of me trying to figure out what I want to do. How do I want this? Wow, it's like these fans are in the way. There we go. Well, that's interesting if I go that way. Or do I want it to go? Huh. I guess not. I guess it's going to have to go like that. Or you spin it around like this and go the long way. What do I want to do? Honestly, I think maybe I'll go the long way on this one. Because if I have it this way, then in order to get that correct, I'd have to, in order to have this logo presenting the correct way, I don't know, this way actually looks pretty good too. You know what, I am going to stay with this way. That way you can see more of the other side there. All right, so we know our orientation, right? So the fans are going here, and a little fuzzy or something in here. I don't know what that is. And so, yeah, and we want to be exhausting air, so we're going to be putting them on with the bracket facing this. But this is going to be, nope, this is going to be the back. So that's the direction that the wires are going to be going out. So if we put them, oh, I don't know, maybe like this, something like that. That should be okay. But I do have a hub back here, and I'm wondering if I can just connect them. I'm gonna be careful, this motherboard's just gonna fall right out. Yeah, so I do have a hub, but I think I'm going to be connecting all these to the actual motherboard. Yeah, because my hub's taken up and I would have to run a cable splitter. So I will run 2 cables. We'll go to CPU fan 1. I don't know if I have a CPU fan 2. or an optional CPU fan. It doesn't appear that I do. It just looks like I have CPU fan 1 and then pump fan. What do I want to do about that? Yeah, we'll figure it out when the time comes, I guess. So let's get these fans installed. We need these long screws, and I am going to get my screw gun because I'm not going to sit here and wait for that. Just give me a second. I'm going to get this gun. And we have to get a proper bit here. I think this is going to do it. And either that one or the bigger one. All stuff I would edit out here because this is stupid for you to watch. Actually, I do like the bigger one. Okay. And then that kind of stuff happens too. I'll put the setting on 1. I'm not going to tighten them down all the way just yet. Did you ever watch that one guy that was online where I think even Linus Tech Tips had him on? I forget what, The Verge, and the guy like put the long screws through the entire radiator into the fan. That was actually funny. And then I don't get it. Like, he made so many mistakes on there. It was like a newbie was like didn't know anything about computers. Very strange. And then Linus was trying to like support him. I mean, I get supporting somebody, but I don't understand. Am I missing a screw hole here or what? What the heck is going on? I'll take this fan screw back off. Screw holes are there. Screw holes are there. Let's try this again. If I can find that trigger. It is hitting the edge. That was weird. Oops. There we go. It's just off by just ever so slightly. Never had a problem actually like that screwing in fans to a radiator, so take that with a grain of salt, I guess. Hopefully that's our only hiccup. You don't want these have rubber paddings on them, so you don't want to crank down on them too hard. Even that might be a little too much, but just enough for it to start denting the rubber and to hold it into place. All right, those are installed. Awesome. So now we can take these wire ties off because we got to feed it through the back. And don't forget, I got to put, well, we can do it afterwards, but I do have to put on the thermal paste. You know what's cool about this too? Not only you can fill it, but look at this cooling plate on here. Huge, rectangular. A lot of them aren't that big yet, but because the CPUs are getting more rectangular than square, a lot more surface area. So this is kind of a one-way fit it all. I don't believe you can take this portion off and rotate it because it can only go here or here if you did. But yeah, that's another cool feature about this. You know, and also, like I said, you can fill it up if it gets low. And by the way, that is one thing. There it is right there. So there's a screw right here you would take out and you would fill that up with this stuff that I mentioned earlier. Once it gets low, but it's going to take 2, 3, 4 years for that to actually happen. So, you know, it is what it is. All right. So one thing I do want to get back, we have to actually figure out this backing plate first. And we can toss screws around. So I said, people make a lot of mistakes when you go live or unscripted. Now, I know Kerry Holzman goes live. And, you know, he doesn't really make mistakes so much, but it's a process of how you do stuff. And it's real life. It's how it's done. It's not done as quick as you see me do it. This is all real life. I mean, we're into it now. I don't even know. It doesn't tell me my time on my thing over here, but I don't know, we're into it 15 minutes now. And I've barely even done anything. I still don't even know what the heck this does. You know, so there's things about this because I really didn't look it up. I watched one quick short review by Jay's 2 cents on this, but I didn't watch him install it. So I don't even know if he showed the installation process. So that's just something that we have to figure out. We may have to grab the manual, and that's okay. All right, so that's for the top of this. We have to figure out this backing plate, and these thumb screws go on the front side here. And then these, we just have to figure out which. So there's 2 holes here, sort of. They're kind of very close together, and they aren't really separated that much. But these have like a square pattern on it that'll lock them into place in here. We just have to figure out if it's the outer ones or inner ones. And it is the outer ones, it looks like. So get that in. Then these rubber O-rings go on to not only keep these things in place, but it also protects the motherboard, I guess. Or it could, I don't know. I think it's more to hold these in place, but let's get these installed. I'm not really going to do any close-up shots. It's just going to be my verbal suggestions and comments. This actually is the same installation pretty much. Actually, I probably could have left that old bracket on. I think it's the same one. Holy crap! Yeah, of course. It's from Be Quiet. It's going to be the same exact bracket. No difference. Should have just left in the old one. Didn't even think about that. That would have saved me a whole crap load of time with taking those screws out. All right, so that's on. Thumb screws are probably even the same. Matter of fact, these brackets might even be the same. They are. I didn't have to take any of this apart. There we go. Get these thumb nuts on. I can't believe I didn't have to take this apart. Oh. All right, let's tighten down these thumb nuts. You want these snug, but not over tight, because you could crack the motherboard potentially. Just give them a snug tug. All right, so let's get this motherboard now back where it should be and locked into place. Need to, there we go. It actually went back into place pretty easily. For the life of me, I don't know why it wouldn't come out. I don't really care right now, to be honest. As long as it goes back in, I am good. Usually I don't tighten these until I get them all in, but I'm taking a chance, hopefully. Just to save a little bit of time from going back around to each one, but that's probably going to come back and bite me in the butt here in a minute. Yeah, it already did. Looks like it already did. Oh, maybe not. I guess that'll work. Two more. I'm very surprised this does not have a CPU fan, optional CPU fan header. Whatever. All right. Now let's get our CPU power back in, because it'll be a lot easier to do it now than afterwards. There we go. All right. That's installed. Now the fun part. We do have to take this off because I have to access the top here. And we can throw this in. I'm doing this as fast as possible, but I don't want to say I'm doing it as fast as possible, but I'm doing it pretty quick when I would be taking a little more time. All right, I gotta reach in here, put these through. In another hand. Ugh. All right. Slip this thing in here. Why? Oh. There we go. All right. Can you help me? I never even opened up the bag. This should actually, maybe, oh, just hoping it would rest there. Bite it like a little monkey. All right. Need a couple. Put them in my mouth here. And the other one's gonna go on this hand, so I can hold it up with this hand. And then we can get it started. Maybe. Boy, these are short little guys. Ugh. Okay, this one side will stay in there so I can get it up here. Oh, let's see. Okay. Between left and right, this is pretty much where it's going to stay. Can't do nothing about that, but it does fill this in fairly nicely. We don't have any bling bling on it, but that's what I wanted. I wanted really minimal RGB. There's some RGB that's on the RAM. But that's it. All right. Let's get this thing locked. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to, oh, there we go. Thought I was gonna have to loosen it up again. The installation process of this has been very smooth. Only slightly, I have the advantage of knowing about that rear bracket, but wasn't that good of an advantage because I knew how it went together, more or less, but I totally didn't realize that they were the same because it's been weeks since I put this thing together and I was waiting on this pump because I decided after that went in, I was like, that does not look that good. So that's the story and I'm sticking to it. And we have 3 more to put in here. Honestly, you probably don't need, you just need the 1, 2, 3, 4, because this takes 1, 2 here, 2 here, and then 1 here. I don't know why, you know, I mean, I do know why, because you can put fans on this. This can actually probably come pretty close to doing a push-pull. I think it might be able to. Obviously, you can't put fans up here, but you just lower it a little bit and do the push-pull configuration. But the thing is you would have to buy more of those longer screws for this because they'd have to go through the thickness of this, which usually then they're even slightly longer than the ones that they come with because they'd have to go through the steel here and then normally as you would. Okay, so this is the way it's going to be. This is the way it's going to look like. And you know what? I don't know. Maybe some of you would have put it the other direction. I just felt like doing it this direction. I don't know. Maybe it would have looked better the other way, but so sad, too bad, too late. So I'm not going to switch it. Actually, I'm going to put this fan cable out, going out different hole here. And then that looks pretty good. I'm kind of thinking I want to get the fan situated first as far as what I'm going to do. Oh, it does come with a fan splitter. So actually, is that a fan splitter? What is this? Yeah. So this is, 3 into 1 they give you. Perfect. And then we can hook it up to the fan. That is going to work so perfectly. So let's do that. We're going to do that back here. And hook that one up. I don't know how much cable management I'm going to do back here with these, but put a couple zip ties on them, I guess, after I get this connected. Where can I come out? I suppose. So that's the pump. That one's the fan. That one's the one that we want. And I do wish this was a little bit longer, but there we go. We have our fans connected. I'll zip tie those in a little bit. And now we just need to do this. I did say, do I have my alcohol readily available? I don't know what I did with it. So just give me a second. I'm going to, I don't know where my 99% alcohol went. Oh, it's right over here. All right, so we got some Q-tips and our 99%. And we are going to clean off this just a little bit better. Whoop, just spilled it. Oopsie. All right. That'll do it. A little bit of alcohol. Throw this away. Put this cap back on so we don't spill it. All right, pick those up later. And now, what is this for? Did I miss a screw on the motherboard? I did. Ah, shit. Uh-oh. Come on now. You would have never known that if I edited it out. Just saying. All right, what is this bracket? What is this bracket? What does it do? How does it function? If we put this on, like that. Is this for like AMD or something? Because these brackets would go on, and then wouldn't that just fasten to that? That's what it looks like to me. Let's take a look in the manual so we don't overthink this. And this is the only manual it came with. Ah, for thread ripper. Okay, don't need that. You can go back in the bag. I know you were just staring there. It's for thread ripper, it's AMD. Well, I don't work with thread rippers or AMD that much. So, there. So now, we're going to take these and let's see which way. So it has little arrows in here that point down, and I couldn't remember from the old one. So that's what we're going to do. And I can't remember which hole it's got to go in, so let's just... It looks like the outer hole. All right. Get our screwdriver here. And I want to reach my hand in here. This is not where it goes. It goes way... Oh, oh, oh. Well, that's not good. All right. Luckily, it didn't go very far. I probably should use a... Probably should use a... What? What was I going to say? I'm going to drop it again. I know it. Boy, this is it's not very easy when it's not laying down. I was trying to keep it upright here so you guys can watch a little bit. Let me just tighten that a little bit, then move it into position. Although you're probably not seeing very much because it's kind of dark. But get that in. Tighten both sides down. And we're going to do this guy. Oh, 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 oh. Very clumsy because I'm trying to work at a really weird angle here and get both my hands in here. So, let's get this one. I can adjust this one up. There we go. Last screw. It's coming together fairly nicely, I guess, considering. I've been going for what, half hour, 35 minutes now? All right, that part's done. Thermal paste. We're going to do just the method of, usually I spread it by hand. I do want enough on here to cover it all, so we're just going to use about that much. It might be a little excessive, but I'd rather slightly more than slightly less. All right. Now what? Put the pump on. Of course, when we put the pump on, don't forget to peel off that. Because quite honestly, you would have seen that if I did this build, but I left it on the other one by accident. We'll deal with those wires when it comes time. Make sure our, is facing the proper way. I am gonna, you know what, maybe, because I can't hold it in place. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come around and I'll work from here for a minute. Probably would have been better anyway. And let's see. Make sure I got the proper screw for this. Let's put this on here. This is actually a really, really simple and easy setup, but what I'm just, oh, okay. It is offset. I just was noticing this. See how this plate is offset? And it made me worried because I was trying to center up this entire block here, but this plate is off center. And I was like, that's not gonna work. So, all right, so we have it centered now. And I guess I'll probably start with the top would have been better, but let's, we're just gonna do a couple of turns there. And I'm sorry that you can't really see it. All right, so basically we just already bottomed out, I think. It's not, yeah, there's bottomed out right there. And that's bottomed out. That's installed. I think it probably would have looked slightly better coming from the other angle, the other way, but we can kind of do this. That'll give it that look. That's not too bad. It works. It works. So now we need to, this needs to get routed some way, form, or fashion. We could even come out this way, or we could go straight up. I always think straight up is better, but I guess that's just a personal preference. Because this needs to come out and then back in type thing, or we can bundle it out here. Let me just go out. We will come back in. So we hook that up to our pump header. This is the RGB. I don't know if I will hook it up, just to hook it up, but I'm trying to see. We do have a RGB header right here. So you got to be careful because some RGB headers are 12 volt, some are 5 volt. So you got to know which one you are hooking it up to. Just look at the connection. One's got 4 pins, one's got 3 pins. All right. Now we're going to route this one back in. Probably not there. I'll route this one back in right here. And then we'll plug it into the pump header. Boom, that's done. I have to figure this one out. I'm gonna have to put a zip tie on this or something. And then we have our RGB, which actually can come right here. Now this RGB is going to be controlled by the motherboard. There is, however, oh, there's an RGB thing out here, but that, oh, I do have, actually, I do have the, well, that's not going to matter because that's the only RGB that I have. I was going to say on my fan header or fan hub back here, it does have RGB hub at the same time, but that would still involve me plugging it into the motherboard. So we're just going to, why is that not going on? Let me get a light. Let me get a light because I don't like the way that that's going on. Okay, that's connected now. Well, there you go. I know the light's not the best when it's all dark. White builds are a lot easier to see. So now we can plug our graphics card back in. We could actually, I don't know if I want to put anything right here or not. Probably deal with it back here, put a zip tie, which they did give me. Okay. Actually, I don't even know if I need a zip tie. I can just use the Velcro. I can just use the Velcro, people. Let me get this underneath. The securely fastened Velcro. Yeah. Not the best cable management back here, but you know what the heck, it works. It's all right. It's all right. Let me just make sure. See, these cables are not cooperating that well. Pull on that one. Pull on that one. And that's not bad now. Okay. All right. Looks pretty good. I won't even throw the rear panel on until we know everything is working and at least cooling properly. And then we can wrap this video up. So let's get this heatsink put back on. Again, I should probably do this with the oh, does this go this way? Oops. This is so finicky. I think I'm gonna lay this one back down again. It's kind of a pain with those. And yep. I think it's going, yep, it's going on. All right, that's on. Now we can throw our graphics card back in. This thing should be good to go. I hope. Graphics card. There we go. Let's get our screws back in for this. I always hold them up just a little bit to tighten them down. And we'll get this plugged back in. We're going to do a double check, make sure all of our fans are spinning freely, especially down here with our graphics card, because this little loop right here where the graphics card comes really pretty close, sort of, to that, but it's not touching. All of our fans spin freely. Those ones I already knew. This is not even close to touching. That's got an easy 1/2 inch of clearance. All right, I think we're good to power this up and get an idea of what this looks like for the first time. I am kind of wondering if I should have went the other way with that, but to each his own. It is what it is. All right, so unfortunately, I do have to start this computer up because that's what's going to give us our out picture. I could just set up my other thing here. Let me do that instead. I'll just set up this guy, and that way I'm not dealing with that. So we'll get this set up right here. Not a big deal. Can't believe I didn't have that on the whole time. I usually have that on. But I was trying to get this video done. I'm getting tired of this thing sitting up here. And get this plugged in. Get this plugged into the computer. And I do have to, I think I have to get a mouse. Did that go in? What's going on here? There. Okay. Mouse. This does not have a mouse on it. That is the mouse. I don't know where the mouse went. See, I should have had all this stuff ready. Fuck. Oh, ha! It's right down here. Okay. We will turn. Oh, I think this mouse was on. Hopefully not dead. If it's dead, that's going to suck because this needs recharged then. Yep, these were left on. But I also don't have the dongle. So where'd that go? Where did that go? I think it might have went in my small stuff. Yep, my small stuff computer. Just that open air computer. We'll get this dongle plugged in. And we'll need a power cable here. And we're going to get this plugged in. I will put this top panel back on here before we get going. All right, power on. And, oop, wrong button. Right away we get RGB. Mouse is working. That was me hitting the switch, but we are getting a logo there, so that's a good sign that we are right into Windows already. So all the fans are spinning on this thing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fans on this thing. It's getting up there to the She-Hulk. Actually, it's got the same amount of fans. No, this one's got more fans. What am I talking? Yeah, what am I talking about? I don't know. But anyway, that looks pretty good, pretty sexy, I have to say. Yeah, I kind of wish I did go the other direction with that. But now we can see the... Woo. Let's not do that. Now we can see the chrome. Yeah, the gold on the actual RAM, which looks really, really nice. I guess while I have this up and running, I'm going to hook it up to the internet. That way I can do some downloads and get this up to speed as far as any updates. So just in case, you know, I have to use it or whatever, I just want to keep it up to date. And I might as well do it now versus later. But yeah, we're in there. Let's go ahead and take a look just to make sure that it is cooling. Maybe we can put, I don't think I have anything on this. Let me just turn this. Doesn't look like I have anything on this as far as like testing out the CPU. So like Prime 95 or something like that. Or we can do, what's that other benchmark? I can't remember it off the top of my head, but let me grab my thumb drive because I know that I have it in that. My utilities thumb drive. Well, we'll disconnect it from the internet right now because otherwise it's going to try to download a bunch of stuff and I don't want it to. Let's go ahead and see if we can... Right, Cinebench. That's the one that I was looking for. Let's look for the latest, which is, looks like 23, maybe? Okay, so let's pull over Cinebench 23. That's going to stress the CPU pretty good, and we'll make sure that all the fans ramp up. Now, all the fans are probably at a medium to mild level, but they're being controlled by the BIOS. So we would have to go into the BIOS and, you know, set the fan curve if we were to want to have a little less noise. But what we're going to do is open this guy up. Let's run Cinebench. Now this is kind of almost as close as we're going to get to live, unscripted, unedited type thing that I'm going to do anytime soon right now. We are going to do 10-minute throttle test and multi-core test. Of course, I have my Activate Windows down there. I haven't bought a key for it yet. And we're just going to click Start. Did that start? Yeah, there we go. The screen's quite dirty. And I should hear these ramp up. Although, you know, something I did not do, let me just stop this quick, because something that I did not do is I want to check the temperatures, right? So let me put this over here, out of my way. Not thinking. So we want, let's see. Yeah, we'll take this hardware and hardware monitor. We're going to open this guy up. And why is that not opening? Thought I double clicked on it. There we go. All right. So, what is our current temp? That's SSDs, that's speed, we don't care about. Speed, we don't care about that. Our GPU, don't care about that right now. Ah, there we go. Well, that's the clock speed. All right, so our package right here. P-cores and E-cores. So our value right now is hovering in the low 20s. Wow. I'll come around the other side. Maybe I'll get you zoomed in. You can look at it for yourself. Now this is at an idle, but of course, like I said, we need to do the fan curves. We haven't even done the fan curves. So I'll get you right here. And look at that. This is what we're at our package is 26 degrees, but look at these P-core temperatures. The E-cores are the warmer ones right now. So let's go ahead and close that, get this thing started, and then bring this back up. And we're gonna watch, our package did jump up to 70. We are starting to ramp right now with the fans. But let's just watch our package and any of these P-cores. I'm not so much worried about the E-cores. Those are probably not going to overheat at all. But we just want to watch this. Now this is, of course, just a 13600K. It is nothing crazy. It's not the 700K. It's not the 900K. So I don't expect this to get out of control, like into the 90s. But we'll see. We'll let this run for at least a few minutes. I don't think I'm going to do the full 10 minutes because I'm trying to keep this all live and kind of unscripted, unedited, and just see where we go from here. I don't have any actual plans for this PC just yet. I thought about selling it. I thought about keeping it. I do think I might sell a couple of my other PCs, but I do have a couple other motherboards that I kind of want to put together and sell, but we'll see. So far, I mean, your time is the same as mine. We've only gone through just about 2 minutes now. We're about 10 seconds short of 2 minutes. But that's our results. Just staying in the low to mid 70s. I did hit 78 there. Yeah, we don't have anything hotter than 74. Well, that's the P-core thing. Yeah. 73 is our hottest core temp. No, 74 it just hit. Oh, well, we could see over here, actually, our max, sorry. So we do have 77 on whatever P-core this one is. I'm surprised it doesn't tell you, like, I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But, yeah, 75, 77. I think what I'm going to let this do is get down to about 6 minutes maybe, and then we'll stop the test, because that'll be good enough for me. I can also pan right here over to the computer. You can see it up a little closer right here. And it's really tough to see the gold unless we, shine some light on the situation. But that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And we will come right back down to here, all in real time. All right, we are approaching that 6 minutes. So what's our max? We did hit 78 for the total P-Core package. So this one is our best running one at 78 degrees. It's because it's the best because it's running the hottest, which means it's pushing the hardest. So yeah, I think we're pretty good. We're down to 5 minutes and 40 seconds now remaining. I mean, the temperature did go up a little bit. We could let it go right to 5 minutes. That'll be about halfway through the test. But I don't, if it hasn't gotten up into even the 80s yet, it's not going to get into the 90s. So I'm pretty comfortable to pretty much stop the test now. I don't see a reason to keep going. Now, if we had a 900K or even a 700K in this, then I would definitely consider doing that. Test all the way. But we're going to zoom back out. I'm going to get you, see how dirty my floor is? And somewhere in there. I think I had it actually. Let's just kind of get a little zoom in there. But anyway, that's kind of it, guys. I'm going to go through the updates. Actually, I'm going to unplug this. I'm going to plug in my other cable for my Ethernet and start going through the updates, get this updated, and then there. Now, I do, and I will have probably at least one more video coming out, and there's a little bit of news. So stay tuned for that one. That'll probably be coming shortly after this, within a week or two after this is posted. And this is going to post pretty quick. I might get this out today, which is what? March 19th. And yeah, so if it comes out today, expect the other one within a week or two. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this kind of more live reaction from everything, just installing that. I don't even know how long it took. Was that an hour? It feels like about an hour. But I really don't know, because the countdown timer is funky on there, and I don't know where it started. So anyway, don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, give this thing a thumbs up to show your support, show your support, and just to help me out in the future. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. And I might be taking, kind of the news is I might be taking a little break from doing some videos, but I'm kind of going to roll out a video about that in case nobody sees this one and they only see that one. I've got a lot of stuff to do around the house, and I just can't keep up with doing this. YouTube doesn't pay diddly squat. So this is not my main source of income, and I have to concentrate on that. I also have some side work that's coming up that's going to take a lot of my time. So this is getting put on the back burner for a while, maybe a month, 2 months. I might not get back to it till the fall. I'm not sure yet. So anyway, if you want to show support, you know, and help me out supporting me that way, just give a thumbs up, pass it along, give more thumbs up, share the videos, and, you know, the more I can bring in for revenue, the more I love doing this. It's just time and editing. That's why I'm not really editing this video. There's just the beginning and then the very end, and it just takes me to just to walk around and hit the off button. That's pretty much all I'm going to edit out. Everything else is live. So had no breaks really in between. There was no breaks. So this is what it is. So enjoy your time. Sorry that I'm not going to be posting much anymore, but it is what it is. So I appreciate everybody that has supported me, and hopefully I'll get back to it as soon as I can. But you will be notified if you subscribe and hit that bell icon. So until next time, guys, take care.